Nigera juro, ostviladuri, visni, tipatektis pospira.
Johnny Skio, Ots Goto ita el Suku Naturaita. Ides ita pos forti natura. Nimiseri, isna cognot es, nomes reliken, igitoro, mislu. Niki miseri, der pokaroti is misuna, misioro, misioro.
What was that pressure?
Hiding in the dark, kept myself in silence for too long. Tried to rewrite all my wrongs, but every day I'm feeling more anxious. A puppet in the sea, playing along with your symphony. Is that what you really want from me? A voice throbbing deep in the sea. Fall into oblivion. Forget about the innocence. I'll show you who I really am. I'm not a part of your game. Stop pouring fuel to my rage. Don't think you're so hard to break. I freed myself from this chain. Now watch me rise and reclaim everything. I'm here to stay.
Kurax, you awake?
What is it this time, Brad? I was really preferring you left me alone. I hate it when you stop talking to me.
Hey, don't be like that. We should be getting along, like the first Penjitsu master said.
The whole memory is long dead. There are no more chances for him to scold me anymore.
That's pretty harsh. But either way, I have an important question. In the dream I just had, those creatures, what are they? And what were they talking about? I couldn't understand anything they said. I feel like it's not even a matter of a language barrier, but something else.
Those creatures are devils. I don't know if you remember, but your master has fought one of them. If I remember correctly, that was the Source Devil.
Source Devil? Don't remember anyone like that.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't remember. There was too much for you back then. Either way, you couldn't understand them because their language is not something that humans are capable of understanding. In this universe, there exist three tongues. The first is a human tongue, spoken by all humans. It can be learned by basically anyone, either be a dragon or a devil. To mention, other human languages from other countries count as one when it comes to the human tongue. Second is dragon spirit tongue. It can be spoken by all that are of dragon blood. It's easy to learn, but since dragons are a dying race, you would probably never hear it. And the last is the devil pure tongue. It can only be understood by pure devils.
Why is it that only the Devil Pure Tongue can't be understood by other races?
No clue. Whenever something's to do with the devils, you just never know what is up.
Okay, thanks, Crux.
Yeah. Now leave me be, brat.
Oh, good morning, Lloyd.
Yeah, morning.
Lloyd, you hungry?
Yeah, a bit. So I could eat something now.
Did you sleep well? I see.
Well then, how about we all eat breakfast now?
Yeah, good idea.
So, Cole, did you sleep well?
I guess so. I was pretty tired after yesterday, so I just fell asleep very quickly. Though I'm still pretty drowsy.
Yeah, me too. Just after what happened yesterday, it was hard to get a good night's rest. I just hope the rest are okay.
I'm sure they'll be fine. Zane is with them, so he'll take care of them.
As long as Kai doesn't do something stupid, they're probably gonna be okay. But it's my brother we're talking about, so who knows what might happen.
I wonder if they at least found a place to sleep.
If not, they'll figure it out eventually. Lloyd? Lloyd, is everything alright?
If you're tired, you can go back to bed.
Yeah, I'm fine. Just thinking about something.
Is something worrying you? If you want to, you can talk to us.
It's about the rest of the team. We need to go and help them as soon as possible. I'm getting a really bad feeling about this.
That won't be possible for at least the next few days.
Are you saying we are supposed to leave them?
That's not what I meant. Right now, it's too dangerous to walk around the city. Since you were spotted by the Soulless, they will be on high alert. We should wait it out for a few days so things calm down. Wait out for 4 days. On the 4th night, the patrol will be lighter than usual. That's our best day to go looking for them. Until that time, be prepared.
Okay, I understand.
Where are you going, Lloyd?
Like you suggested, I'm going to bed. Too much on my mind. Can't fall asleep. I need some fresh air.
Toilet. I need to go to the toilet. Not that way, not that way.
Mind if I sit down?
Suit yourself.
Well then, don't mind if I do.
What is it? If you've got something to say, then say it.
Is everything alright? I may not know you long, but I feel like something is troubling you.
What makes you say that? Either way, it's nothing.
It's just, you have a similar expression to my son whenever he was troubled. What happened, Nobu?
It's nothing, Dad.
I can clearly see that something happened. Don't worry, you can talk to me. I won't tell Mom. So, what happened?
It was Tim again. I can't stand that jerk. He just never understands. I just don't know how he can be so stupid.
You know, things don't always go the way you want them to. Sometimes you have to accept what's on hand and try to come up with the best course of action. You also have to try and look from the other person's side of perspective, so you can understand them a little bit more, until it is too late to do that. Things don't always go the way we want them to, but learning from that experience is what makes us human.
I'm afraid. I'm terribly anxious about this whole situation. Ever since me and my team fought an army of fiends, and I became a vessel for a dragon-like creature, I started having weird dreams. Ever since that moment, I sometimes can see what is gonna happen in the future, what is happening at the very moment, or see someone's memories. I don't know why that is happening to me. I have no control over it. I want them to stop. I really do. I just want to sleep peacefully. I'm scared. The things I see are very painful to watch. It feels like I can't breathe during that time. It's suffocating. This power is making me see these things. I don't know if it's to mock me or warn me. But I hate it either way. It makes me sick. It makes me hate myself. It makes me feel weak. I've already lost too much because of my powerlessness. What is this power even good for if I can't protect what I love? Why does this fate keep following me? Am I meant to endure this pain for the sake of saving others whom I don't even know? They keep telling me that I am the chosen one, that I will save the world, that they follow my lead. But what about my opinion? Do they even consider how I feel about this? Do I even have a say in this? I never wanted to be a chosen one. I just wanted to live a normal life, like any other kid. But that was robbed from me the moment I came to this world. It all started from the very beginning and it never concluded. Created for the purpose of an experiment. Blood of a devil running in my veins. That blood causing many children to die. After that, a woman getting killed while trying to save me. Endless fighting in the name of justice. After many years, it turning out I have a brother, with whom I could finally share a blood-related bond. To finally have someone who understands my pain. Him ending up dead when trying to save me. Every fucking time I get left behind. How many more will die for my sake? How many more will die thinking I'll achieve something? They all see a savior in me. But all I really am is a kid who doesn't know what's going on. Everyone places their expectations on me. I can't hold off them up. They are too heavy for a weak-minded person like me. Does the rest of the team also see me this way? Are they also planning to die for my sake? Is that what Kai, Jay, and Zane did? Did they split up from me so I could survive? No, no, no! I can't take this anymore. Why do they always do that? Do they get some kind of sense of satisfaction throwing their life away for an incompetent kid? Ah, right. said they are heading in a dangerous direction. A place where they will meet a fate worse than death. I knew it. They really wanted to die.
It always ends like this! They never think about what I'm really feeling! It's always that I will save everyone! I can't do this shit alone! I'm not as strong as you think! Why do you all leave your ideas with me? What did I do for you? What am I supposed to do? What did I do for you to trust me? Why do you guys have so much hope in me? How am I even supposed to live up to those expectations? What kind of fucking legend even gives you a fate worse than death can? What even is the Fury of Fire?
What I'm about to tell you is only a legend. I don't actually know if the Fury of Fire is truly real. This story takes place approximately 320 years ago. The story of a fire that fed on hatred. It all began on the outskirts of a village called Yumashi, where it is said that a certain farmer spotted something unnatural falling from the sky. Curious as to what it was, the farmer ventured out to see what it was. Upon his arrival, the thing he saw was not that of this world. He came face to face with himself, but the other him was entirely made out of black. No one knows what happened after his encounter with the entity, because a few hours later, other villagers found him lying on the ground unconscious. After he awoke, the people asked him what had happened, but all he could recall was meeting the strange being and then waking up in the village. The people told him he must have overworked himself and simply imagined all of it. Normally, that should have been the end of the story, but it wasn't. As days passed, the man started to grow paranoid. He swore he was hearing someone talk to him when no one was around him. He felt like someone was watching him at all times. The villagers called him crazy. With time, people started treating him like an outcast. Because of that, the farmer grew more irritated as people stopped believing him. Until one day, he's had enough. He burst with rage, shouting at the villagers, cussing them out. And in the moment, his hate reached his peak. A lightning struck him and he transformed into an abomination that destroyed everything around him, leaving nothing behind. After everything was destroyed, the abomination disappeared with no trace of the farmer, leaving nothing behind, not even a part of the farmer. After a long time, a merchant stumbled onto the destroyed village, looking for goods he can bring back home. But as nothing was there, he returned thinking nothing of it. A few days later, the same thing started happening. The merchant was sure that someone was talking behind his back and stalking him all day long. Because of that, his trade started getting worse. Until one day, he was well transformed and destroyed everything around him. This cycle continued for years, destroying everything around every time, with people confirming that the person that transformed was paranoid and exploded with rage before transforming. It continued until the time when scientists finally had a good understanding of how souls worked. They noticed that in the location where the abomination has disappeared, there was a single soul. No body, no sign of any life. There was only a floating dark soul that wouldn't disappear. The scientists came up with the hypothesis that this soul was the culprit of all those incidents. The dark soul possessed anyone's soul that came close to it, causing them to start getting paranoid. And when the human was in a state of rage, the dark soul took advantage of the situation and transformed the vessel into something else, destroying everything around. They called this entity the Fury of Fire because every time the abomination emerged, it was as furious as fire, devouring everything with a burning rage. After the scientists came up with that theory, they blocked off the entire area around the soul so no one can get possessed ever again. That was 50 years ago, and that incident never happened ever again. So that's the legend of Fury of Fire. I'm not sure your friends are safe. From what you told me, they were going only in the general direction of where the Fury of Fire is located. They might have completely avoided it by going somewhere else. But we won't know until we see it for ourselves. But if they are anything like your friends here, I'm sure they will handle whatever happens to them. They won't leave you behind. Cole and Nia care very deeply for you. The others probably do as well, so they won't leave you alone behind. I'm certain that once we find them, you'll be able to have peaceful days with them. I'm not very strong, but if you want to get at least a little bit stronger, I can teach you one thing.
If you could, please, Kin, teach me. I'll take all the power I can.
You keep relying on your senses. If you want to use the soul's eye, you need to cut yourself off from the world and see things through your soul.
I get what you're saying, but at the same time I have no idea what you're talking about.
What I'm trying to say is that you need to trick your brain into not using your main senses. Your main senses distract you from using your soul as a viewpoint. Sight gives you information on everything that is in front of you. Sound helps you pinpoint from which direction someone is coming from. Smell tells you if there's blood around you. With taste, you can guess if something is fresh. And touch will help you make decisions during battle. Human body receives sensory information every millisecond. Even if you don't completely register it, it still travels to your brain. Our minds keep feeding us information on everything that is around us, no matter how small they are. That's how humans have managed to stay alive for so long. A soul will tell you all of that, even more, but you have to sacrifice your normal senses during that time. If you even use one of them, the soul won't show you anything. So forget your senses and use your soul. Let's try it with wooden swords this time.
Forget everything. Just focus on sensing him and blocking his attacks. You're over here!
You are aiming wrong. You fail. Again. 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 Again.